It's good for us to focus our attention on the good, to push for results that are constantly up and to the right. We need to be concerned about ROI. Mountaintops matter, but our responsibilities as a faith-driven entrepreneur go well beyond just providing financial security for our employees. We're called to pursue real and meaningful relationships with people, and this includes the mess of life beyond 8 to 5. What does it look like for us to be with our employees and their families in the valleys as well as the peaks? These are the moments when emotions run high and productivity understandably runs low. Still, people will remember these moments and they will leave a lasting impression. What can you do as a faith-driven entrepreneur to ensure that these times of tragedy will be met with the love of Jesus? A love that is unconditional and non-judgmental, a love like what we read about. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no account of wrongs. Love takes no pleasure in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Jackie worked as the fleet manager of Interstate Batteries for over 30 years. When he received life-altering news, he saw the culture of the company impact his life in a way that he never imagined. Let's watch.
Well, at Interstate, I was the fleet manager, buying and selling all the trucks, vans, vehicles across the United States for all of Interstate Batteries, including independent distributors. I dealt with some of the greatest people with the Interstate system. The distributors were absolutely awesome for 30-something years. Pretty much could fix anything, so electrician, plumber, you name it. So kind of a, no pun intended, a jack of all trades. Maybe master of none, but a jack of all trades. Well, nothing at Interstate was typical for me. I think every company is bottom line driven. They should be, because that's important, money's important. But usually those two, the two things, bottom line, money, and actually caring and sympathy for the employees and providing what they provide for us, usually don't go hand in hand. Probably two and a half years ago, I went to the doctor, thought I was dehydrated because I was having severe muscle spasms at night, and my legs were locking up and cramping. It looked like my legs were alive. The fasciculations were just, going everywhere. So I go and they say you're dehydrated. So I drink more fluid, and then one day my stomach acted like there was a baby in there. I mean, it was just going side to side and up and down. I thought, this ain't right. So went to a neurologist and went through a battery of tests, and when I started doing the test, he said, you need to prepare yourself because you got Lou Gehrig's. The government recognizes ALS as the only disease where you immediately go to full retirement. So I'm thinking, I got some quality time left, so it was just kind of a no-brainer to leave. When I left Interstate Batteries, what they did, they did every single thing that you possibly could do for somebody. For example, long-term disability. Financially, that really helped. Anything I needed, it was just a total effort of, what do you need? How can we help you? This book is probably one of the neatest things that anybody could get and to read before you go. It fits me perfect because I love to fish. When I am gone, my ashes are going to go in the minute bucket, so this is pretty fitting. A good friend of mine, Charlie Bribb at Interstate Batteries, he gathers stories from the people that I intertwined with their life on doing something with my hands mostly. There's over 50 different stories that people have written. And that, as you notice, they're not just short stories either. They're nice, long, and I'm not going to read them because I'll cry again like I did in the first part of this video. But in the back, it allowed me to write my life story. So, here I go again. That's another thing this company does, that the way they treat people and the way that they care about people goes right along with what I was saying before. They're bottom line driven, but they have compassion. That's compassion, to do that for somebody. So I really never had any why me's, period. And that's the gospel truth. But I think it's important for people to know that God doesn't make mistakes. It's given me a time to reflect on how grateful I am for all the things that God's given me. I feel blessed. I've been married for 35 years to a wonderful woman. I have 2 wonderful kids, 4 wonderful grandchildren. If I had a chance to speak to all my family and friends, I would say, stop, just pause every day and thank God for what He's done in your life.
The first line of 1 Corinthians 13:8 is such a direct and simple reminder for us all. Love never fails. Love never fails, period. Times like these are when our faith will be tested, both as the person going through something and the person who's trying to be of support. Questions will be asked. Doubt will emerge. Despair will set in. What can you do to make sure you're offering peace rather than adding stress? How will you love well? It begins with just being there for someone. No agenda, no expectations, no pressure to have all the answers. Simply be attentive and accessible. Our responsibility here is to love. Now spend some time in your group talking about this session and how it relates to the journey you're on. Open yourselves up to learning from one another. Be open and honest with each other. What you get out of this time together will only be enriched and edifying as what you put into it. Blessings on your time. See you next session.